Hello and welcome to the Cobb Bros podcast. I am joined by my buddies and co-hosts, Oscar,
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Cyrus,
Pumpkin seeds, y'all.
and Colton.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, we're sounding extra crispy there today. Yeah, it's been a long week and
Yeah.
we almost, took us a little bit to get to recording because one of us was sick and time and da-da-da. But we're here and we're going down.
We found some
Getting
time.
down.
Managed everything.
Yeah.
In an earlier round.
Mischief.
How are you guys doing today?
managed.
Doing all right.
Yeah.
Another hot ass fucking day.
It has been hot as hell recently, actually. Yeah, I've been working out in the sun, so extra sunscreen.
Excellent.
I was in Hawthorne these last 2 days, and it is stupid hot in the middle of the desert. Who would have known?
Oh,
Who would have
yikes!
guessed?
Yeah,
not me.
yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's been an adventurous couple of days. We've got some sports stuff going on, some gaming stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of the Fall Guys was kind of cool, and then
Yeah, Fall Guys.
the A's won a game. The A's won
They
against
won two
Case.
games in a row.
Did they?
They beat them yesterday and today.
Oh, the Royals, right?
Have they been
Kansas
on
City.
a losing streak, I'm assuming?
They are the worst team in
Yeah.
baseball.
Oh, they're just horrible. Are they the Browns of baseball?
No, they're
Lions.
just the Raiders of
The
baseball.
Lions of baseball? I don't know who the
Yeah,
Lions
they're
are.
the Raiders of baseball.
Yeah, they're from Oakland. The Lions.
They're from
The
California.
Detroit Lions.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about them.
Just a sad
Yeah.
franchise. I feel bad. The Sacramento Kings are the Lions of basketball. I can tell you that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Neither of them have won a championship since 1951, and they haven't done anything relevant in the last 60 years.
That's rough.
Go Detroit.
Didn't basketball just finish, right? The Warriors
Yep.
won.
The Warriors won.
Warriors took it.
Yeah, go Warriors.
then
Good for them.
I think we that one of the players was the first of Latin descent to beat American championship,
He's
right?
Mexico.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Oh wow, that's pretty
Do
cool.
the San Jose Sharks still exist?
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are also bad.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought
really?
so.
They went to the World Cup like 6 or 7 years ago, but they got whooped by the Penguins.
Oh,
okay.
rough.
But I mean,
I still see them I think they're still a popular team. I see a lot
Um,
of their stuff around.
I like the Sharks only because I had a buddy in middle school that was all about the Sharks.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
And then the Knights came to Nevada
And just
in
started whooping.
2017. They did. They made it to the Stanley Cup in their first year.
Yeah.
Just
They didn't
out of
win,
nowhere.
but the next year they made a deep playoff run, didn't quite make it back, and then this year was actually the first year they missed the playoffs in their history, the franchise.
Oh
history,
wow.
But they've only been around for like what? Like
since 2017.
a few years now, pretty much.
Yeah.
2017.
5. Yeah, that's a pretty good streak though. Your first 4 years, you just freaking smashing, because they were doing pretty well. I mean, that's why everybody's got their plates. You know, they built a fan base because
Yeah.
they were freaking putting numbers on the TV for sure. But
Putting
That's
pucks
cool
and
to see.
goals.
you know, you kind of hope the Raiders can turn around and make something happen like the Knights have.
I hope so.
Because to a certain point, you know, funding does do a lot for the team, and having a better environment to fund said team would help out
We're paying for their stadium.
tremendously.
We're
Yeah.
paying. It's my stadium.
Our
Dude, I
taxpayer
took that
dollars.
Yeah. That was I don't know. It's
It's like the city of Cleveland, because it's a big contentious point with the NFL to have. Basically, you have billionaires that want brand new stadiums. Like
Mhm.
a stadium turns 20 years old, and they're like, "Oh, ew, it's so old.
right.
We want $1 billion stadium, and we're gonna make the taxpayers pay for it." And they kind of get that.
Yeah.
They just kind of get their way because
'Cause
the city of Cleveland wants to build a new stadium, and they want it to be the owners want it to be funded by taxpayers only. They don't want to put any money into it. It's like what the
why?
exactly. So somebody averaged it out. They were like, "Oh, so if we split the money evenly among every person that lives in Cleveland, each person in Cleveland is paying $4,000 in taxes toward the stadium.
Yeah,
Wow.
eat shit.
No.
At least
What
the
the
one.
fuck?
I mean, ours. I think the Allegiant cost $2 billion. Most of that is going to be casino funded,
Right.
Yeah. Right.
regardless. I think Mark Davis put down 250 million because he's not the richest owner in the NFL. I think he's probably the only one that's not a billionaire.
But he still
Oh, wow.
But
pitched
he
in.
put a lot of his money into
Yeah.
it because the Raiders is his life. You know, Al Davis. That's hey, go
Right.
just win, baby.
Right.
And I'll give
Crew
Mark Davis.
grinding,
He's
and
just
no
like
more.
his father. We love the Raiders. The
Yeah.
Raiders are our thing.
Absolutely.
Especially when you have that much money. What else are you gonna do? You might as well just fund your football team.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Keep it going.
That's That's what makes me sad about LA because they built the Rams Chargers Stadium. I say Rams Chargers, it's the Rams Stadium.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they share a stadium.
$6 billion.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
God
they
damn.
went way over budget. It was supposed to cost less than the Raiders Stadium, but they went way over budget for that stadium.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's-
that's insane.
Why? And they still everyone was like, okay, cool. You went over budget. That's
Yeah,
fine.
California went, yeah, that's fine. Well, it's because they want football back in LA because you can make money in LA. For
Yeah.
example, the Super Bowl was just in LA.
That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're gonna make a killing.
But it's a
off of that.
fucking nightmare to be there as is, and they want to add more people there.
Yep.
Fuck.
I think
More
they
money.
they want the Olympics again. LA.
Oh my gosh.
It's supposed to be coming to Los Angeles.
Yeah, they're gonna
right?
split it between the Coliseum and the new stadium.
Wow.
Because the Rams were playing in the Coliseum up until the stadium was built. Mm-hmm.
I remember I went to a Rams game when they were in the Coliseum.
Nice.
My uncle took me one time.
I think, in my opinion, the famous Rams game in that Coliseum since they came back, because they went to St. Louis and then came back in
Mhm.
2016. They had that 2018 Monday night game against the Chiefs, high scoring Monday night game,
really.
and it's the only time two teams cross 50 points in the NFL.
Whoa.
So the Chiefs,
What?
yeah, Chiefs became the first team to score 50 points and lose.
nice.
Oh God.
When we're wrapped up with the podcast and everybody at home, if you haven't seen highlights from that game, it's Rams Chiefs 2018. It is a spectacular game.
It's
Yeah,
just
I
good
can
football.
imagine.
We were 1D Fords. Yeah, so in the 2018 AFC Championship, D Ford lined up offsides for the Chiefs. If he didn't line up offsides, it would have been the Rams and Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Damn.
But instead, the Patriots scored and then scored in overtime, and it was Rams Patriots. But no, look up the highlights of that game. It was fucking spectacular. The
Yeah,
Rams won at
bet.
54-51. That was when Jared Goff was still like a god. I think he threw 5 touchdowns that game.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. He was a beautiful man in 2018. He played really good football, and now he's on the
Is it?
Lions.
Oh yeah.
They swapped him and Matt Stafford, and it worked out because they won the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was gonna say Matt's doing good now. Jesus.
He's always been good. He's just was on the Lions.
Right, right. Yeah, the Lions. I don't know, man. They looked good like 2 or 3 years ago for a little bit, but
When-
then
when
they
they-
lost it.
When they had Calvin Johnson, they were a good team. I
Right,
think people forget Matt Stafford throwing it to Calvin Johnson was a match made in heaven.
right, right.
Calvin Johnson was even on that 0-16 team, so Matt Stafford really helped change the pace for the Lions.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's cool to see, though. I mean, more kudos to him.
You know, it's funny as a Raiders fan. Calvin Johnson went second overall in the 2007 draft. You know who went first overall?
No.
Jamarcus Russell,
Oh shit.
Who was he?
the probably biggest draft bust, number 1 overall draft bust in
Mm.
NFL history. I'd say Ryan Leaf was worse. But if
I
we're
don't
talking
know
about the
that
Raiders,
either.
yeah, Jamarcus Russell was a fucking bust.
Bus.
All he would do was sip lean
Fucking
and never
bussin'.
show up to team meetings and shit like that. He was
Really?
just lazy and didn't have good work ethic.
He just
That
wanted to play
sucks.
football.
Yeah,
and not
and
deal with
he
anything.
sat out of training camp all the way up until like a week before our first game because he wanted to be the highest paid rookie ever. And Al Davis went, okay. And he paid him $72 million over 4 years.
Wow.
Never played an NFL game. And he's like, I want all this money because you drafted me first overall. And what are you going to do? Not pay me? And then he sucked.
Yeah, that's shit.
Wow.
He played 3 seasons with the Raiders, and I legit think he only threw 11 touchdowns.
In 3 seasons?
Wow.
Yeah. He had
That's
like,
terrible.
I think he only ever had 1 good game
Fuck.
where he played pretty well.
Why was he so like sought after if he was like that?
He played for LSU, and he was lighting it up. It was the reason that the Tigers were so like a highly coveted football program in the late 2000s. Everybody wanted to go play for them because they had a lot of talent on that team.
hmm
And Jamarcus Russell quarterbacked I think 2 of their teams, and he was just fucking amazing.
Maybe if it was, or maybe it was
Mhm.
just like NFL stage fright in a way.
J-
You know?
Yeah, it's when they say like you could be a great college player in football and just go and suck in the NFL. And the biggest case of that was Tim Tebow.
Tim
When he
Tebow.
played for Florida, yeah, they won the national championship with Urban Meyer,
Right.
and he was fucking lights out. Nobody could beat Florida.
Huh.
And then he gets to the NFL, and he was one of the worst quarterbacks ever.
But
Jeez.
man,
And he somehow got the Broncos into the playoffs and beat the Steelers.
Huh.
that man
somehow.
that man could kneel. Tell you what.
Somebody did a video breaking down just how awful he really was, and it is truly spectacularly shocking to see how awful he was.
Right.
And
the-
then still go to the
only
playoffs.
reason they went to the playoffs was because the Raiders choked in week 17 and we lost to the Chargers.
Oh, what
the
do you
Bron-
know?
Broncos. So
Jeez.
basically, we were 8-7, and they were 8-7, and all we had to do was beat the Chargers, who didn't have a good record, and they were playing the Chiefs. They were supposed to beat the Chiefs because the Chiefs weren't that great in 2011,
hmm
but we were supposed to roll over the Chargers with Carson Palmer.
Huh.
That didn't happen. We got fucking blasted,
I think I remember that
Dude,
year.
and we both.
Raiders, man.
tied
What,
at 8-0.
can they catch a break? I
No.
feel like everything that like happens to them. when
What
they're
year
trying to
did
do
you say
good.
that was?
2011.
2011. Okay, yes. So
I remember that season because if we had beat the Lions that year, the Matt Stafford and Calvin Johnson Lions,
Right.
we would have been in the playoffs. That game was
Damn.
insane because we tied it just before the end of the game, and with a minute 51 left, Matt Stafford took it 98 yards down the field, and they scored a touchdown.
Holy shit! What?
That's across the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that is such a fucking like picture perfect Raiders game.
They in the old Madden games, they used to have these the special game mode called Madden Moments, and they would update it every week, and they would put in everything cool that happened in an NFL game that week, and they would set up a scenario where you could play it yourself.
Oh no!
I had Madden 12 as a kid,
Oh,
so
shit.
nothing was worse than watching that game, feeling like shit. Your brother-in-law's in town, and he turns out he's a Lions fan, so he's like, "Oh,
Oh, gross.
little bitch,
loser.
married your sister,
Loser.
beats the fucking Raiders, shit like that." And then you log on to Madden, and it's one of the Madden moments in that game where you have to lead the drive against the Raiders.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was rough.
I'm like, why would you want to? Did they probably, that's
And I had to
funny.
beat it because I was like, "Oh, I have to do it."
Yeah, it's right there. I gotta get points.
Yeah.
What did you
Yeah.
get for completing those challenges?
Nothing, just it was an extra game mode.
Oh,
Just get a
okay.
big checklist. And Madden 11, it was an achievement because it would all be preloaded into the game because it would be the previous season's moments. And
Gotcha.
in 12, they added live moments where you had the moments from the previous season, and then ones that they would live update every week as something happened.
As like a game when like a big game that happened or
Mhm.
whatever.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
That's
Pretty
pretty cool though.
They don't do that anymore though, huh?
Oh no, Madden
Yeah.
does not do that anymore.
Why would they ever do live updates
They-
for the games?
Because Mutt makes them so much money.
Yeah.
They don't have to
Right.
do anything else.
Right.
and people will preach that it's not the same game. It's the exact same game.
Those kind of touches were so good, and it sucks that money prevails in those
Mhm.
kind of moments. Because it could make a game, or not make a game, but it could make moments that last lifetime.
That was fun to play. It was genuinely fun to play.
Right.
Mutt just requires a lot of doing the same thing over and over again to grind out cards just for better cards to come out 2 weeks later. So go spend
And then
money
you can
on
just
those
buy
ones.
buy
you
them
just-
again.
Huh.
Basically, if you have a bunch of money, you can be the best Madden or have the best Madden team. You won't be the best Madden player. You can still suck ass at
Yeah.
Madden and have the best team.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, dude, it sucks like that games nowadays are coming out like that where to be the best you just got to spend the money to be good like right away.
Mhm.
And that just it sucks. I hate
That's
it.
how FIFA is too
Mhm.
now.
EA.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
excited for 2K. 2K announced they retained a license to make an NFL game. They're not allowed to make a simulation game. EA still holds the rights to that,
Mhm.
Huh.
but they have rights to the NFL
Draft.
license.
Okay,
So
so
they're
like
able to use the teams and they're able to use the players per the NFL Players Association.
Like a-
so they can make an arcade type game.
like
Hmm.
like home court.
Yeah, so like a NFL Street type game, but it's going to be made
Ooh.
by 2K.
Right.
You
And I
just
think
turn into a
that's exciting.
bulldozer and just fucking go down the field.
It's good. I like competition because NBA
Yeah.
2K has gotten lazy in the past couple years because we haven't had an NBA Live game because that's EA's version of a basketball game. We haven't had an NBA Live since 2019. They canceled 2020 because the game they said it was just not
Yeah.
releasable. Like it's bad when EA's like, oh, this game can't come out.
What, the Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Didn't they just abandon that too?
They
The-
might have. I forget what
I saw
NBA
it in August it was gonna be coming out.
There was no NBA Live 11. There was no NBA Live, I think 15, and then after 19, there was no NBA Live because this
Hmm.
game is just for some reason EA just keeps fucking fumbling the ball when it comes to
Huh.
throwing it out of bounds. But they announced that I think this or next year they said they're coming back and they're going to make a game, and it makes you wonder. They've had like 4 or 5 years to
Yeah,
develop this
so-
game. If it's not better than 2K, what are they doing?
Right. Yeah.
Just putting it out because
I'm
like
gonna look it up right now.
what the what's it called? What the higher ups like are getting feedback from other fans.
Well, it's just the investors. They
Yeah.
don't give
Yeah.
a fuck what the fans say. The investors are paying them money in the end. At
Just
the end
do
of
it
the
again.
day. Yeah.
Do another one.
Do what makes us money.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah,
just,
investors don't give a shit about anything but the money.
Yeah.
Right.
and so that's why things like EA they're getting away with just focusing on Ultimate Team because that's all people will pay for.
Right.
In FIFA, that's all people will pay for. Actually, EA Sports just lost the license to FIFA.
Are you kidding?
So wait, FIFA's up for
There-
grabs now?
No, they're allowed to still use the teams and they're allowed to use the players still. They're just not allowed to call the game FIFA because FIFA says, "Oh, people are buying the game because it has FIFA on the cover."
Right.
We're about to find out what this next game, whatever
It's
EA
gonna be
decides to
called.
call it, they're
Yeah.
probably just gonna call it EA Football or whatever.
EA football instead of
EA
like
Football
soccer,
23. Yeah,
because soccer's not a
I mean, it might be stalker,
Sto-
soccer here
dude. What?
in the U.S.,
Right.
but they have to sell North American copies, so that wouldn't work for Mexico or Canada.
True.
So it might just be renamed to something different.
Yeah.
But we're gonna find out if the sales of the game are the same without the FIFA title. So there's still. It's like, imagine if Madden just became NFL, like it's just
Mhm.
EA NFL 23 or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
Would people still buy it if it wasn't called Madden? Probably.
yeah. It's the same
But
company.
we'll have to compare this year's sales to last year and see
Mhm.
if it like spiked or it's going down or.
I think it'll spike down for sure. You know,
Mhm.
with the name.
Well,
think
yeah,
that's a
it's gonna have John Madden's face on it though. That's why they changed their name, wouldn't it? On the new one, right?
Yeah, well, I think EA's gonna hold on to the Madden name forever at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, because Madden's not an association like FIFA is. Madden's just a person. He probably signed away the rights to his name for EA to use it, and his family still his estate now is gonna make money off of copies of the game because Madden was making money
With his name.
for EA using his name.
Yeah.
And I don't see his family pulling the name anytime soon. That's passive income, baby.
Yeah.
Shishing.
Yeah. For generations too. I mean, shit.
And that's how most people know Madden now, is through his games.
Yeah. Yeah. For some, the only reason.
You have like old Raider fans who are like, no, he coached Madden. Then you have people that grew up in the 80s, 90s that are like, no, that's John Madden on color commentary. And then you have people that are younger, 10 to 25, 30 that are like, oh, the video game Madden.
The video game. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they grew up playing Madden.
Fucking A.
And then there's the hockey games that I don't ever play.
NHL, let's go.
You know what was fun though? I think I had like I forget what the golf games were called, but I had like 03
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods, yeah. And I just know DMX was in that one. and
Wait,
the
what?
Customization. Well, not like the character, but one of his songs was in the game.
Oh,
So it's either like it's 02 to 04, but that game was fun as hell.
I had the funniest character that I've ever seen in a video game. Because like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 had Spider-Man. That was a big deal.
Right.
Because I was in Spider-Man. It was a video game getting a big license to have a special character, and you could play Spider-Man for beating the game with a custom character.
mm. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You play the game with a custom.
It's like an Underground I showed you. It has Iron Man, Gene Simmons from Kiss.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The edit character that they created. And what is it? Underground 2
Shrek
has
is in that too,
Shrek.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Has Shrek and a Call of Duty soldier.
yeah.
That's
They were trying to
pretty
promote
sick.
Call of Duty. And then Brandon's not here, but you can play as Billy Joe Armstrong in American Wasteland. He's
Oh,
he's a secret
wow.
character.
That's so cool. Is
Which
he
is
in the
really
game
cool.
that in that one, or is he just a character you could play as?
He's a secret character.
Okay, so you can like go up to him and talk to him.
No.
Oh, okay.
Dave Mira's Freestyle BMX 2 on the GameCube. One of the
Oh,
secret
I miss Dave Mears.
the secret character in that game was Slim Jim Man. And it was a guy in a giant yellow and red jumpsuit, and he had spiky like eraser hair
Yeah.
that went into the sky. It was awesome.
Like it off screen.
It just looked like a giant Slim Jim. was
Holy
his head. It was
shit.
fucking awesome. His name was just Slim Jim Man. And I remember
That's
playing that
fucking
game as a
sick.
kid and going, we'd fight over who was Slim Jim Man.
I'm Slim Jim.
I'm Slim Jim Man.
Yeah.
Miss Dave Mira.
Yeah, they're making another though, like ATV motocross game in there.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot. What
Dave
Mira's
Mira's BMX.
BMX. Oh, bikes. Okay,
Yeah,
never
bikes.
mind. Damn, I haven't played I don't think I've played a BMX game before.
A lot
Like
of
what-
fun. A lot of fun.
GTA.
They haven't.
That,
yeah.
That's honestly the closest I've gotten is
Sorry.
GTA on
There
there.
was Matt Hoffman's for the PS1, but that game didn't take off quite like Tony Hawk's did. Because when
Tony
Tony
Hawk.
Hawk's Pro Skater came out, they were like, Activision got together and went, all right, how many different pro games can we make? So they made Kelly Slater's Pro Surfing. And
Make
then-
'em all.
And then Matt Hoffman's Pro BMX.
Okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
and I think copies of Pro Skater 2 came with a demo.
Okay.
Sean White's
Matt
pro
Hoffman's.
snowboarding.
Sean White's Pro Snowboarding, yeah.
Fucking Sean.
They just had every pro game that they could think of.
Like any sport that they can
Yeah,
do.
they tried to get a bunch of them, but none of them sold like Tony Hawk did.
Right.
Tony
Huh.
Hawk, man.
Mhm.
It just hit different, man.
Yeah.
And people didn't really know who Tony Hawk was until the video games came out.
Right.
Really?
I mean, if you were in the skateboarding scene, like
Yeah.
you're still a famous skateboarder. but
True.
When the video games came out, everybody played the video games. So
Oh, Tony Hawk's so cool, man. He's my favorite skateboarder.
Tony Hawk has an interview where he's talking about the success of the game, and he was like, "Oh yeah, my name was on it, and I did voice line." Or he didn't do voice lines because they didn't have that at the time. But he's like, they took pictures of him to put him in the game,
Right.
yeah.
and he didn't realize how much money it would make. They were just like, "Oh, you'll be in a video game," and he was like, "Thought cool." And then when Activision came and they were like, "Hey, we want to make a sequel," they handed him a check, and he was like, "Oh, is it going to be a couple thousand, maybe like 10 or 20,000?" He said when they put the check down, he nearly shit himself when he picked it up. It was like $5 million
Oh my
Holy
god.
shit.
using his name because the game made a shitload of money.
Wow.
Damn
fucking
it.
nuts.
That's insane. Just
Yeah.
for his using his fucking
Can you imagine
name.
somebody handing you a check and you're like, "Oh, a couple thousand, 5 million."
All right. Yeah.
He
done
For a
Dr.
pro skater in the 90s, that was a shitload of
Yeah,
money.
man.
I still have my Pro Skater 2 disc on PS1. It was my
Nice.
dad's, but he was like, when he buys a PS2, he's like, "Here you go. Here, have my rejects."
Right.
I don't
And
play
I
these.
moved on,
I got the better system.
pretty much. But I still have the memory card that has it's 100% completed. I completed every skater in the game.
Damn.
Don't lose that memory card.
No, I won't.
Bring it in. We'll play it.
Okay.
Can we record a PS2?
Yep.
Yeah, it works on the PS2. Yeah. I was
Okay.
gonna say we could pop it in the PS3, but you can't put a memory card
Okay,
on the PS3.
just shove it in with the disc.
It's got to have a port somewhere. Just
Yeah.
fucking shove it in.
Not even the old PS3s had a memory card slot.
Damn.
'Cause
Wow.
It has a slot for
All that
everything.
save data gone. Damn,
Um,
we should definitely try that though.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can, but
on PS2, yes.
hell yeah.
That's where I played it on. It was a PS2.
That's where I played that's when I played Underground, Tony Hawk's Underground. that's on
PS2 is
PS2.
completely backwards compatible with the one. You can plug in your old controllers and you can use your memory cards on it.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a shame that's not the same anymore.
Nope. The PS3 stomped that in the ground
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it was PlayStation did that. So every company's had their turn with it. PlayStation, PS2, PS1. You could move PS1 to the PS2. You're totally fine. Wii, you can take your GameCube shit and put it on the Wii.
Right.
And then when
Mm.
the Wii U came out, everything with the Wii works with the Wii U. And then with the Switch, they said, "Fuck it, buy all new shit." And
Yeah,
then-
dude. Oh, you need controllers? All right, new controllers. Get
And
'em.
now with Xbox One to the new Series line, you can use all your Xbox One accessories on the Series X,
Yeah.
which is pretty neat.
Like the Xbox One controller
Yeah,
on this. Okay.
Because Xbox One's been out almost 9 years, and it's cool to know that your accessories from 9 years ago still work on the new consoles.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
They
It's
better.
just a good gesture, if anything. You know.
I don't see why not. I don't see why they wouldn't work either way, even if they wanted
If you look
to.
at Sony, they really need money. they don't have as much money as Microsoft does.
Mm.
Microsoft's like, "Cool, we don't need to sell new controllers.
Right.
We want to sell Game Pass."
Right.
Sony, they're like, "No, we need people to buy all new shit." So
Oh,
when you
'cause
buy
the
a
new
PS5,
controllers,
you
huh?
got to buy all new PS5 controllers.
You
and
can't
stuff.
use a PS4 controller and a PS5.
You can,
No.
but you can't play PS5 games.
What?
Yes. So the PS5 games use the DualSense technology with like the haptic triggers, and
Oh gosh.
yeah, so they've disabled the PS4 remote for PS5 only games.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, isn't that kind of crazy?
That's ridiculous. I don't know why. Like that's just like a big fuck you to your consumers.
Some people were praising it because they're like, I think it's cool because it forces people to get into that. Oh yeah, this is next gen feeling where you have to go and get new accessories, and the PS5 controller feels different.
Mhm.
Or you're like me on the Xbox who has all his old controllers, and then you buy a new one and you still have all your old controllers.
they just
Right.
work.
Yeah, they just work.
Yeah.
The headset that you were using still works.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still use your old headset.
I bet the
On a
haptic
PS5?
feedback is cool too.
Yeah.
Honestly, but
Is it like just like on the triggers of the
The
controller?
trigger has resistance. So like if you're drawing a string on a bow,
Uh-huh.
it has resistance on the triggers. Like I
Interesting.
forget what the technology is. And
Okay.
it bounces back like with Cold War, because Cold War was a launch title for the PS5.
right.
When you fired, when you fire a gun, it has recoil.
Uh-huh.
The fucking triggers shoot back into place.
Hmm.
So it simulates a gun trigger when you're pulling R2.
Whoa. Okay, that's
pretty
actually
wild.
that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Don't get me
pretty
wrong,
sick.
but it shouldn't stop me playing Cold War because I don't have that fucking
Yeah,
controller.
I mean, if I
It's
pop in
as big of a gimmick as their tilt axis controllers were.
6-axis. Yeah, 6-axis was a waste of money.
Yeah.
was it used like motion controls with the controller?
Yeah, there was Ratchet and Clank Tools of Destruction. You had to tilt the controller when you were doing like floating scenes.
Little Big Planet.
If you didn't have a 6-axis controller, get bent.
Yeah.
You just it wouldn't
It
work.
wouldn't work. You can't use the directional pad. You can't use the analog stick. You have to tilt the controller.
So, but the game would work with
Mhm.
the controller. They didn't have it.
I think it was a Metro game. It was Metro or a Killzone game. No, it was Last of Us. To charge your flashlight, you had to shake the controller.
Oh gosh.
Oh my god! And people couldn't do that.
I had a Rock Candy controller when I played it on the PS3.
Yeah, no.
So my flashlight was dead the whole game.
You beat it.
God.
Yeah, I beat it. I mean, it makes it a worse game because you're just shitting your pants the whole time because it's The Last of Us. But
It's dark as hell. Dude, that remake that they announced though for The Last of Us looks insane
Mhm.
for the PS5.
yes,
Hmm.
I'm gonna finish the
Yeah.
6-axis. The 6-axis was the standard PS3 controller, and they quickly discontinued it and came out with the DualShock 3,
And they're doing that in
which
the
was
first place.
just a regular controller
Mhm.
and it had vibration features because the 6-axis controller had no vibration whatsoever,
Hmm.
and a lot of people were pissed off at launch about that.
Yeah.
And they brought back the DualShock. It still had the 6-axis technology, but they put back in the rumble packs. And then
Mon-
they stopped making games with the fucking
Why didn't they do it in the beginning?
Sony.
So
Fuck it, Sony.
money grab. Yeah.
Let's make a shittier PS2 controller. That's what they said.
They moved your game with the control.
But they're remaking The Last of Us for PS5.
Yeah.
Not a remaster, a remake.
Yeah, dude. It looks insane.
9 years later.
It looks great though. Like
Yeah.
the side by sides I've been seeing. Like it's a whole new game.
Have either of
Perfect.
you played The Last of Us Part 2?
I haven't played 2. I've seen a walkthrough of 1.
It looks so beautiful on a PS4. On a PS4.
Yeah.
Not even a Pro. My dad's slim PS4 is where I played it, and it just looks gorgeous.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty decent.
If they can get the first Last of Us up to that, that's going to be great. And they're calling the remake The Last of Us Part 1. So that if you want to buy both of them for the PS5, there will be Last of Us Part 1, Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, because I see.
The second one's called Part 2.
2. Okay.
Right.
I think it'll look neater on a game shelf.
But it'll look. It's on the
Mhm.
what's it called? Number 2 will look great on PS5 as well. Even better than it
Correct.
did.
Yeah. We should get the PS5s up, David. We can play Last of Us online still. On the
Well,
PS5.
that had a multiplayer.
It
huh?
Oh,
had
the
a multiplayer.
PS3s.
Yeah.
You
Last
said
of Us on
PS5s.
PS3.
I was like,
Oh,
what?
sorry. Last of Us on the PS3.
Yeah, I was like, where are these PS5s you guys have?
Bro,
has
where are they at?
Yes,
though?
PS5s.
Yeah. Fuck.
I
No,
still,
I'm down.
I've never seen a PS5 on store shelves.
I've never played The Last of Us, so
It's a fun game.
I want in.
Yeah, I've never seen some
It's
gameplay
worth-
in the multiplayer.
Yeah, it's worth busting out a PS3 for. I have it. I can let you borrow it.
Here you go.
Just gotta plug in the PS3. You know,
Yeah, fucking A.
it's a wonderful story game.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Great story. I love it. The characters are great. Joel's great. Ellie's great. Everybody.
So a lot of people were pissed off at Last of Us 2. I still think The Last of Us 2 is a good game.
Mhm.
A lot of people are pissed off at its story, and I see why they're pissed off. I don't
Right.
care. I still thought it was really good.
Yeah. I'm here to play the game, dog.
The way that I see it, without spoiling anything, is nobody wins in the end. Nobody gain anything. It's just
Everything
it's just
happened.
everything's awful.
Yeah.
Right.
Zombies took over, and everything's just awful. Nobody won, and I think that's for the better.
Yeah. Especially with like how the people in the world that reacted to it and how like they're just fucking killing everything.
Yep.
Taking what they want. And it's just like, why would you want to unite that? You know?
The only problem with the second one is it's so fucking long. There was like 3 points in the game where I'm like, oh, it's almost over.
And we're
Oh.
going.
It's not almost over. Still got like 10 hours left.
Yeah. Cramp a lot of good content
Mhm.
into it, at least, though.
Yes.
Okay.
Isn't like stale parts or anything?
Stale.
Like you're just walking or you're doing like an escort or like you gotta take your time.
The
in certain parts?
exposition's good enough that you kind of forget.
Okay.
I think they do it better than Rockstar. Like Rockstar, they hide loading screens behind driving or riding to a destination, and they just have exposition.
Yeah.
Right.
Like so. Anyways, I was walking my dog.
Like Nikki Jakey did a video on Rockstar's game design being outdated because he loved Red Dead Redemption 2, but he thinks that the game design that they're still using from like GTA 4
Right.
isn't working in today's games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, he said it was like the GTA 5 suffered. You notice in the game when you're driving to a destination, 2 characters that have never met before are in the car having a conversation like they're buddies
Right.
the whole fucking time. And he's like, it takes you out of it a little bit.
Yeah, that
I
is
agree,
true.
but it's still funny sometimes. Like when Franklin and Trevor get left alone for the first time, and they're talking like they've known each other for 15 years.
Right. Right.
Even though Franklin is very clearly like, man, this Trevor dude, he's a weird guy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it's probably just like, well, for like a gamer's perspective at least, it can tell you who really cares about making an in-depth game for the customer versus who's wanting to make
Mhm.
an
The game for the
a
message.
stretched out game that's just going to earn them a bunch of money over the time, you know.
Halo 5.
Yeah.
Halo 5. I forgot about Halo 5. It got completely overshadowed.
Yeah,
by
it's.
Fallout or and
Mm-hmm.
Sony had a big one in 2015. I don't remember.
Was it Devil May Cry?
No.
Was it Devil May Cry?
No, Sony had a big one at the end of 2015 on PS4 that everybody was playing, and I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I just remember when Halo 5 came out, we just got the Xbox One, and I just didn't care. I was
Nope.
just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it was free to play for a weekend the next year, and I played it, and I went, all right.
It's Halo 5. I
It's-
mean,
that's about as good
Yeah,
as it gets.
you
It's
know,
just,
man.
it's Halo 5.
they're not like. There's a reason it's not in the MCC. Like,
Well, the MCC came out the year before.
oh, okay.
That and Halo 5 is like 100 gigs. Can you imagine the downloads?
God,
size of the
really?
Master Chief Collection? Yeah.
I need to get that shit off my Xbox.
Well, it doesn't help. They have the Xbox One X enhancement for it. So
Oh, it adds more data to it too.
Yeah.
Glorious.
Hmm.
More space or less space.
I love
Less
losing
space,
space
yeah.
on my console. Tyson talked to me the other day. He's like, "Yeah, how much are those expansion cards?" I was like, 220.
Oh,
How,
yeah.
how much?
100 terabyte is 100. Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Yeah, what a deal!
Yeah, no
A
kidding.
2 terabyte.
The 2 terabyte one is 400.
Oh my
1
god!
terabyte is 220, and they sell 512 for I think 130. 140.
512.
Yeah,
For
500
how
How
much?
much?
512 gigs.
For $130.
Yeah, so it's
That's
a
insane.
Series S. You can add a Series
Yeah.
S expansion. For
Just
120
System link
bucks.
both your Series X and S.
You might as well just save your money and get a 1 terabyte.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. That's
and you're gonna
fucking
need
high.
it for the Series X, I'm sure.
It might be useful if you're like, hey, I'm gonna download this and leave games on here. Like you're just like, this is gonna be the Warzone card.
Right.
It's all Warzone only.
I'm still in the boat. I think they should just develop games like this they do on the Switch and just burn copies of those expansion cards onto the. You don't have to install them. You just plug them into the back and they work.
That'd
Okay,
be nice.
I think we're moving on from discs. I hope
Yeah.
that's the direction
That way
Xbox
it-
moves in.
it's like a chip, and then it just registers that you have the game, and it'll load
yeah,
the game.
well, yeah, because obviously the chip works like expansion storage, so it'll be able to. Just
So,
read the
so you
game
mean
straight off
just
of
go
it.
back to cartridges?
Yeah,
Dude, that'd be
but
dope.
cartridges aren't annoying anymore. If you sell cartridges that are the size of those expansion cards, cool.
People be losing them left and right. They get mad.
Yeah.
Put them back in the
Throw
case.
hooks.
People don't complain that much.
Put
about
'em
the Switch
away.
Games.
That's true.
Yeah, Switch games have the smallest cartridge.
Yeah.
And
And
people, yeah, you should get
I-
one of those little things
I only ever lost your copy of Mario Party because I dropped it under my bed.
somewhere.
I gave it back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I appreciate
don't know.
it.
I don't know where my copy's at because I think I found yours and I put it in that case, my case, so I
Mm.
didn't lose it. I gave it to you. I went back home, and I lost my game, so I just have the case.
Oh no.
You're like, huh? Ain't that a predicament?
It's probably in a box, so
Under your bed.
under my bed where I dropped it.
Fucking A. What else
Yeah.
do we got? Going on?
Fall Guys recently got re-released earlier this week, I believe. And not EA, Epic Games bought them and then really released them on this week with free for everybody and a cross-platform.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fucking. I've always seen gameplay of it when it first came out. Everyone and I wanted to play it
And
hella
it was
bad.
PS4
It was only PS4.
and PC. So
Wow, so yeah, they just left out Xbox entirely.
I think it was on PC.
It was on. Yeah, I remember. I thought it was only on PC at first,
No,
but then
I remember it launched on PlayStation because I was gonna get it, but I was like, I don't really want to play PlayStation.
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Just preference.
But yeah, no, I downloaded it right like earlier today when I heard about that,
Mm-hmm.
and I definitely want to give it a try. I don't know if you guys want to play it. It's a really pretty good like party game, just like how like Fusion Frenzy is, but it's on a massive scale.
I'm pretty sure we already played Fall Guys at least once.
It just came out on Xbox.
I think we played. I haven't played it, so
Yeah.
I'm,
We
I,
played Among Us. I know we played
It's-
Among Us.
It's similar to Human
there's
Fall
a
Flat.
fucking Among Us skin now.
Is there?
There's a goddamn Among Us skin now.
I gotta
Fall
go home
Guys.
and get Fall Guys.
It's ridiculous. You get a
Oh,
red one
fuck.
to match your plushie.
Oh man,
Good
we
enough,
should play
huh?
Among Us as well. We've played it once.
Yeah, we played
Yeah,
it
cool.
once, and it definitely be worth playing again because that one's just easy to have silly fun.
Public lobbies in that game are
Trash,
now.
bro.
They're trash.
Really?
Yeah. Oh,
I've only ever known one person that played public lobbies, and I was like, "How do you play public lobbies?" I was like, "Just play it with your friends."
yeah. Just
we're
get
your friends.
together.
Play with us.
No, I'm on like the Among Us subreddit because there's some funny memes on there. But most of the time, it's just people complaining about like their role play servers. There's like different servers with strict rules, and if you like,
Dating servers.
Dating
you have an
servers.
Among Us girlfriend. Or
Yeah,
oh my
dude.
god.
it's just like becoming the Roblox again. Like it's becoming the
the
Roblox
Minecraft girlfriend, but it's now fucking Among Us.
Among Us girlfriend, pink only.
Roblox. Oh man, this is an older story, but do you remember Kim Kardashian? Her
Yes.
Okay, if you guys don't know, Kim Kardashian and her lawyers have gotten together. They're suing Roblox.
What?
Have you two heard about this?
I've heard
David or
about
Colton?
this.
No.
No.
Okay, their oldest daughter, I think it was North.
That was Saint.
Oh, it was Saint. Okay,
Yeah.
it was their son. Saint was playing Roblox, and there was an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians where he's like, "Look, mommy, it's you," and she's like, "Let me look at that. Let me look at that." And it was he was in the Roblox store looking at content for the game, and it was her sex tape was put into the game.
What?
And it was and Saint was looking at it in the store and went, "Hey, mommy, I found you in the game." And Kim looks over at it and she starts crying and shit like that. She's like, "I can't believe the game would put this on the screen," stuff like that. And so they're suing Roblox. And of course, as soon as Roblox found out, they deleted the content and banned the user, whoever put it up.
Yeah.
Oh God! So they're getting
There's
in
so
trouble.
much shit like that on Roblox because their moderation team is asinine. They
yeah.
suck.
And, like you could look for like the weirdest and creepiest shit on Roblox and it'll be there.
Oh,
man.
there's a bunch of pedophiles on Roblox and shit like that too.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let my kids play Roblox.
Fuck that.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. They're gonna get Minecraft on an offline 360 and they're gonna like it.
Yeah.
The Switch is pretty good too.
A
was
Switch,
about
a
to
Switch
say, yeah.
Lite. There you
Yeah.
go. Minecraft Switch Lite.
Yep.
Well, I have Minecraft on the disc.
That's
so
fair.
That
That
one's for you, Brandon.
Yep.
It's a good point.
Yeah, no, but like I don't know.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
like
kinda
I think back
fucking
to my
sick.
experiences playing online, and I'm like, dude, my kid's not playing online until they're 13,
Mm-hmm.
and I know about parental controls. We're disabling all voice chat and all user content.
Yeah.
Yeah. No shit.
You will play with your friends on Fortnite, and you can call each other on the house line, but that's about it.
Or like on your Facebook Messenger or
Have
whatever.
you ever played a video game with somebody and you had to talk through a house line?
Yep.
I have.
Like a home phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I've never done.
Oh
like
my
that.
god, that was the way to do it. You're
Yeah.
broke and you don't have a headset. Yeah, I'm gonna call you. Let's
All right, give me 1 second. I'll call you right now.
my headset broke and I was playing with this kid in Oklahoma. I'm still friends with him on Xbox,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Dude, my headset broke." He's like, "What's your number? I'll just call you." And I didn't have a phone, so I had to use the house line.
Fair, it works.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
I still remember.
See, I used to play on dial-up all the time, so I used to tie up the phone line anyway.
I'm gonna make up a phone number for the case of the story, but my phone number was so easy to remember because it was the first three numbers and then the
Hmm.
first three numbers again, 0. So, for example, my phone number was 123-1230.
Oh,
So when I
fucking
told
A.
people, they're like, "Oh, so you're fucking with me?" I'm like, "No, that's actually my home."
no,
my home
I
phone."
swear.
I swear.
swear.
I swear. On my mama.
Oh.
She pays for it.
I got the receipt right here.
Yeah, right here. Spectrum.
Cool, man. And that's really dope. I've never like done something like that. I've used like Connect because like I was borrowing.
I
the Kinect.
remember the Connect. You
Yeah.
came into the party a few times at
Dude,
the Connect.
when I got it, man, I have so much fun with it because I was playing Skyrim and it registers the mic on the Connect as to do dragon shouts.
Mhm.
It's fucking cool.
Madden 13 was the first game to use Xbox 360 Connect, and you can call audibles by yelling at the TV.
Wow.
Get over there!
That's wild.
It was cool. I remember plugging it in when I bought mine for the first time,
Mhm.
like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I popped in Madden 13, and I was just like, red, blue, or you just sit there and call the commands that it has on the screen.
To
And
do
you get
which
an
audible?
achievement just for calling one audible.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
it's an achievement to freaking
That's
do
it.
it.
That's the only achievement with the Connect in that game, but you just get an achievement for yelling at your TV. So
Hell yeah!
it's pretty
Fair
neat.
enough. Yeah.
Mass Effect has Connect support too. Mass Effect 3.
What?
Yes.
What do you mean? How?
I don't know, but it says Connect.
You can issue commands to your squad.
Correct. Okay, that sounds right.
You just yell at them
Yep.
to like, oh, use overload.
Cover bio whatever.
I've never used it, but I think it would be willing to pop in the 360 disc and try it.
Why aren't you doing it? Overload.
There's a lot of games that you don't know where Connect, like, because as a kid I didn't have a Connect, so I tuned out that purple stripe that was on most games.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of games that have that purple stripe on it. That just you can just shout.
I know.
at
I
TV
see
real
the
quick and
one I
stuff.
remember the most was the Star Wars one that you could like you have to like you would always actually use your body to like mimic a lightsaber.
You
That's
mean the
cool.
Dance Central game mode where I'm Han Solo.
Yeah,
I'm Han
Solo.
Solo.
No, it was
No,
like,
there was actually a lightsaber game for the Kinect.
yeah, it was like a like Clone Wars or something. It
I
was
don't. Yeah.
No, it was called Lightsaber Connect.
well, some
Like its
yeah.
own dedicated game, but I remember they had that big Star Wars Connect game because they sold 360s that looked like R2D2.
Yeah,
Fuck, I missed those.
Yeah,
Damn it.
yeah. There was a special edition 360 that looked like R2D2, and it came with a C3PO controller.
Wow. I missed out. I would have
Mhm.
got a swoop one up real fast.
Yeah,
Damn.
I got Rock Band 3 instead.
Let's go.
Let's go. We still have it. And
Yeah,
I got
man.
a keyboard now.
We should do a video on that.
Yep.
I was playing Rock Band. I'm not
Mhm.
singing though.
Well, we have to mute it and then put in our own audio because
Oh, fair
Copyright.
enough. Yeah. Damn.
we can stream Rock Band.
That
Now-
would probably be the way to go.
okay, and
Yeah,
then
but we
what's
just
the
can't-
difference of what's the difference between the both of them?
What do you
Like-
mean?
Like you're playing Rock Band on the what's it called? Is it because it's just the music you're
Yeah.
playing? But
Yeah,
why
because
would
the music that you're playing will get copyright struck.
it doesn't get copyright strike on stream because it's live?
Yeah.
Interesting.
People get away with it.
Fair, yeah. I just find it's weird.
People have streams where they just listen to music and they get donations and stuff.
Oh, yeah, thanks for the $20, man.
Yeah.
And it goes back to
Aren't
goes back in the
those
phone.
using copyright-free music though?
No, there's people that legit like when Drake's album dropped, they would get onto Twitch and go live reacting to Drake's new album.
Yep.
There's a guy I'm subscribed to on YouTube. His name is Brad Taste in Music, and that's every week he streams and he just listens to music on stream. He doesn't get copyright stricken unless he plays the music video because the content ID will pull the music video and copyright strike him.
Oh,
So he puts a
Uh.
giant box over the music video and
and
he
just
goes,
listens.
if
Okay.
it's just a song, he takes it away for the album art, and if it's a music video, he puts it back over. And he makes
Huh.
donations and people suggest stuff to him,
That's
which
pretty
is a
cool.
really good hustle.
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
it works. Jinx, let me cook.
You owe me a rim job. That's
What?
He's the guy that made that song "Aiming My Gun at Your Son."
That's a
Huh.
song.
Yeah, do you not remember from a couple weeks ago when we had Maddie on the podcast?
I think I remember.
That dude was driving that Toyota in that little parking lot. Yeah, the
Oh
green
my
screen. I'm
God,
aiming my
yeah.
gun at your son.
Yeah, okay, I remember now. It's fucking-
All right.
He's a brilliant man.
What are you doing, Colton?
I'm playing that Rift Breaker game.
Oh, fucking
Rift
A.
Breaker.
Explain it.
It's basically rip apart ships simulator
Huh.
in
That's cool.
space.
Space engineers
Yeah.
dialed down.
No, it's reverse space engineers. Instead of building a ship, you're literally salvaging them.
Oh,
And selling the parts
Yep.
off.
Yeah, like you have to use a laser cutter and cut off parts of the ship and then put them either in a barge for equipment or a processor furnace for certain kinds of materials or a regular furnace for other kinds of materials.
That's pretty cool. You're just like managing a junk shop. Essentially.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Never heard of that. Never heard of that game
You're a
before.
space junker. It's on Game Pass.
for Xbox as well.
I don't know if it's on the Xbox Game Pass or if it's just PC.
Yeah.
I'll play it at like 12 frames,
Dude,
frames on my laptop.
There you go.
There
I
we go.
forgot that PC has its own set of games for Game Pass.
Even
I-
if you can't download the game, you can still stream it on a computer.
Holy shit.
I think that's what some people forget. If you have a computer, you can just stream Game Pass on it,
I didn't know
and you can
that.
play
Holy
PC games.
Fuck, that's insane.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
wild.
Like Game Pass is wild, bro. It is like insane how
I
it is.
introduced my coworker to Game Pass
Mhm.
because he's like he has an Xbox. He just bought a Series X because he was like, I have money I want to throw away.
Fair enough.
Good
He's
for
like, I don't
him.
want my ex-wife to have it. So
Huh.
he's like, I just want to buy an Xbox, and I showed him on the website where he could buy one, and he was able to buy one. Took like 2 weeks to get there.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I resubscribed to Game Pass, and he's been playing through Game Pass. When he's at work, he's like, fuck, dude. I was like, do you have Game Pass on your phone? He's like, what the fuck is that supposed to be?
I'm
I'm
about to
like-
open your whole world right
Well,
now.
I showed him. I was playing Gears 5 on my phone. He's like, what the fuck? How much is that? I was like, do you pay for Game Pass? He's like, yeah. I was like, you already have it.
Yeah.
So I showed him how to get it on his iPad, and every day at break, he plops his iPad down and
With
he's got
the
his
controller,
and he's
yep.
just sitting there playing
Hell
7
yeah.
Days to Die.
There's
Fuck
so many
yes.
games that support touch now too. It's nuts.
Gears 5 supports touch controls, and
Which
it,
is-
Wow.
it auto aims like crazy. It's awesome.
Wow. That's pretty
Dude,
sick.
fucking Hades is what I play on my phone when I'm like I'm sitting in the waiting room or something.
Mhm.
I'll pull that. That's like one of the best like touch games right there
Yeah.
on Game Pass.
Beautiful because it's spectacular. You only need 4 buttons.
Yeah, it's like if that would have came out as a mobile game, I would still would have loved the mobile game.
Yeah.
Like it was hella good. But the fact that like the quality of an Xbox is on my phone, you know what I mean?
I had it on the Switch. Actually, I'm playing it on the Switch, and it looks great on that little screen.
The
And I
char-
can imagine on a phone it would just be about the same experience.
you just gotta get on a good connection, otherwise it'll
Yep.
just fuck up the little image a bit. But hey, with him you just dash everywhere and just mash your
I did. Remember, I did Halo 5 live. On
Mhm.
one
Yeah,
podcast, 'cause I was
yes.
like, oh, I have a gaming session.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. You had to get an achievement
Yeah,
or
I was
whatever.
like, oh man, yeah, we had to do something multiplayer related in Halo 5, and I forgot about it. I was like, oh no, we have the podcast at 2. We did it really early that day, and I don't remember why.
Because you had that.
I think that was when we were still doing it earlier in the day.
Yeah.
Because we used to do the podcast like at 1 or 2 o'clock, and then it slowly transitioned into us doing it towards after dinner and stuff.
because
Right.
we could never make the 2 o'clock time.
It was because
Yeah.
Brandon had Ellie, and we
Mhm.
would have to wait for Ellie to get picked up. If not, Brandon every 3 minutes has to turn around and go, "Hi, I have to take care of my kid."
Yeah, it just works out way better this way.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We still have the whole day. We just like our nights are what we do.
Dedicated to
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
It's good.
Fucking A. Today's an odd one. Be doing it on Sunday, but that's not too bad.
Yeah.
This is I think the first time we've recorded on Sunday. Maybe the second.
I think it is the
I
first.
think first on
honestly.
Sunday.
We did a Tuesday recording
Mm-hmm.
the week that Colton came down last year.
Oh,
That was
wow.
when
Yeah.
that was when my Explorer exploded.
That's right.
So whichever thumbnail has my the Explorer in it,
Damn.
4 or 5 of them.
4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta get a mic splitter so we can have you down on the microphones when you come back.
That's true.
Well, I've also got my laptop too, so I can always just set up in a different room.
Yeah,
That's
fair
true.
enough.
Colton's here, but he's not really.
Yeah, I'll just run back and forth between the rooms.
I want to get a. Well,
What did you say that timestamp was?
we turn
Well,
off.
no,
all
I
our-
could just join Discord from my laptop.
Yeah, Colton
Yeah.
can just turn his mic down all the way and just start screaming and see if we can pick it up on these mics.
Yeah, that's
You'll be
fair.
sitting outside in the room, like
Yeah.
in the living room.
Guys, let me in.
Guys, I'm coming.
Are you?
Oh my.
Dude, I
That's
want to watch.
Hot. Damn, bro.
Oh no,
But it's beautiful.
dropped it.
Do you remember how much gas was at like peak pandemic prices?
No.
The Smiths.
Not $6 a gallon.
Yeah, the Smiths by my house has always been the cheapest place in town, from what I know.
Yeah.
And I get a 3-cent discount with my Smiths card. I was paying $1.94.
Holy
Wow.
frick.
And I told my dad, I was like, we need to get a barrel and just fill it and just set it in the garage. And then we'll use it when it inevitably goes back up. And he still looks at me and goes, hey, we should have did that.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
When will parents learn to their kids when they learn to listen to their kids when they have great ideas?
Yeah, I was a kid. I was 21.
Well,
Still
you're
made
still
it.
their kid though.
That's true. Kanye's got a song about
the
that.
hell is that guy doing?
I forget what the bar is, but he's all like, somebody will call you on the phone, go and get your kids, ho.
Donda.
Because you're talking about how kids have good ideas. Looking back, I really don't like listening to Donda.
Yeah. There's
I
nothing-
don't think I've listened to Donda at all this year.
No, I
It's
haven't
June.
either. I used to have it on a playlist, but
Mhm.
quickly got away from that.
I just didn't care for it after it came out. I don't think it's one of his stronger albums.
Cuando danda.
It's one of his more meaningful ones. Kanye made a Christian album. He's like, I'm Christian now. And then he made Donda.
Yeah.
And yeah, and him and Kid Cudi aren't friends anymore.
They're not?
No. They had that huge falling out on Twitter, and I guess Kanye got really mad that he was hanging out with Pete Davidson at an event. Or was just like seen talking with him, and I guess Kanye freaked out, and Kid Cudi went to Twitter because everyone was roasting Kid Cudi. He's like, hey, we're not friends anymore because of things that Kanye's doing, and Kanye was tweeting, talking shit about Kid Cudi, and he's like, we're just not friends.
Yeah.
We can't do it.
Yeah.
Cudi's like, I'm not doing it. He's like, I don't have that kind of energy anymore. He's like, I appreciate you, fam, and everything that we did, but you're changing. You changed, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're resuming the
I'll take
podcast.
that. 5
After
minutes
the-
or 55 minutes.
You think Kanye's just on drugs? That's why he's going crazy.
Smoking weed.
No, he's just crazy.
Oh, he's a
He's rich and
he's a
fucking
genius.
Genius.
Walt Disney.
I still didn't watch that Genius documentary. I gotta check it out.
Oh, there's one. There's a documentary on Netflix.
Genius.
Oh, that was that one.
Genius, yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's Machine Gun Kelly's got one coming out on Hulu. The new X came out on Hulu. That one's a good watch.
be good. Yeah.
X
Yeah, it was really-
XXX Tentacion.
It was
Oh, okay.
basically a story documenting his life and then how we got famous up until he died.
Damn.
It's tragic. It looked like he really wanted to be a better person. He just grew up with the wrong people.
Mhm.
When it finally seemed like he was trying to do something good with his life, he's dead.
Yeah.
Gets gunned down.
That's
And
usually the way
it
it
wasn't
goes.
even a plan. It was just two guys that were like, "Hey, he's driving an expensive car. Let's go see if he has money."
I thought really it was like his friend or like an old
No.
friend of his that would do it.
It was just two random guys at a motorcycle dealership that were like, "Hey, you know who that is?" They were like, "He's got money."
Give us your money, and then they just murdered him.
Looking for an opportunity. Oh, we're at 55. Okay.
55-30. 50 to 55-30.
You guys want to hear my gripe of the week?
Yeah. What you got, Cyrus?
Eminem and Snoop Dogg squashed their beef, and they came out with a new song
Oh, really?
recently. God, it's
Uh-oh. Really?
they premiered it at the Bored Apes Festival,
Okay.
Wait, there's a festival?
and the music. Yeah, it was a festival, and they premiered the song there, and it was the music video was Eminem and Snoop Dogg as their Bored Apes that they purchased,
Oh, come
and
on.
the whole music video was that.
Oh my god.
And it's kind of cringy because it's like it's a really good song because Eminem and Snoop Dogg kind of go off. Like Snoop Dogg gets a new flow for the first time in 20 years,
Whoa.
and it's
Okay.
really good. But Snoop Dogg, he was beefing with Eminem, called him dog shit and stuff like that, and basically kind of made fun of him and said he's not one of the greater rappers of all time. And Eminem was like, "Fucking bet."
I disagree.
Yeah.
I need to listen to it. I don't think I've listened to it yet. I
but-
didn't know it was a festival for
Mhm.
NFTs.
But there's been a bunch of tweets coming out from the guy that was behind the whole idea and the project. He basically convinced, like, Snoop Dogg is just he's kind of a scam artist now. And basically, he hopped on the NFT train way early and bought his own Bored Ape. And I guess the dude that was like behind it, I guess you could say like the producer, basically
Right.
told Snoop Dogg, you need to call Eminem and get him on board. Convince him and tell him what an NFT is.
Yeah.
And then he posted the phone call to Twitter like 1 or 2 days ago. And it's just Snoop Dogg sitting there and telling him, hey, dude, don't miss out on this. Didn't really explain to him why NFTs were a good idea. It was just like, hey, dude, you're going to buy this NFT for $500,000 and it's going to be worth like $2 million in a couple years, maybe even $10 million.
Maybe.
And then that's when Eminem bought his Bored Ape because remember overnight he just changed his profile picture to that Bored Ape that he purchased. I guess that's what happened. And then the producer was like, hey, we can make a ton of money if we curate a music video based around your Bored Apes
What
and
the
promote them
fuck?
and stuff like that. It
That's
just all seems
gross.
kind of weird and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then a month or two ago,
Is that legal?
No. no, everybody's getting away with it. Fucking remember we talked about Jake Paul getting away with it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Snoop Dogg has way more money than Jake Paul.
Way
but
more.
way more. Because Snoop Dogg joined FaZe like a month ago. He's a member of FaZe Clan. He's FaZe Snoop.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean he joined FaZe Clan?
But a month or two ago.
He plays a shitload of Warzone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does. I've seen a lot of the videos.
He's doing his own thing now, but he bought Death Row
Like
Records, remember?
he's pretty cracked.
Death Row Records?
Yeah, remember Death Row? Suge Knight.
Oh,
It was
okay.
his label before Suge Knight went to jail, and it just kind of folded and became nothing. He bought the rights to Death Row, and he took off his album. I think it was his second album, and he took off The Chronic, Dr. J's The Chronic, off of streaming platforms.
What?
If you go to Spotify, you can't find The Chronic on there. It's all gone because
Why?
he's selling them as NFTs.
Why?
I can't believe I just found this out. And I was like, what a shitty business decision.
Yeah, what?
Fucking Snoop Dogg, dude.
What made him go, this is a great idea?
Mm-hmm.
Let me just
Wow.
take away
That's
people's
weird.
favorite
He
songs.
joined FaZe Clan. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
At this
man.
point, he just wants money. He doesn't. There's nothing else to it. That's what it comes down to.
It's the money.
He's just like, hey, I can make money off of this. Let's make money.
Yeah, like that song with Eminem, that was like his newest song in a couple of years now.
He came out with an album last year, I think, end of last year. I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even.
He
I
came out with an album within the last year, and I just remember going, it's okay.
All right, Snoop Dogg, yeah.
He came out with one when we were in high school called Never Left, and I thought that was really good.
I never heard that one.
Aha.
He kind of went back to like 90s boom bap and got some features on it that were pretty slick.
Hell yeah.
Fucking A.
I think there was a song on it called Toss It. That was my favorite. Just like rolling dice.
Rolling dice, okay.
Fucking A. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I don't
Fucking
know.
NFTs, yeah. Fucking
In music, why
And music, man.
and why take such a beloved album off of, out of everybody's hands and make it
money.
Money. Yeah.
Money.
The Chronic is, I mean,
money.
at least the Chronic 2000 is still on streaming platforms
Mm.
because
For now.
for now,
Before he
Yeah.
takes it off.
I don't know
again.
if that was Death Row though. I think the first Chronic was the only one that was on
Death Row.
Death Row. Yeah,
Okay.
that's why he was able to strip that one because Dre's only ever put out 3 albums: the Chronic 2001, and Compton, which came out alongside that movie.
Straight Outta Compton.
Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
And of course, I think he put both of those on Aftermath. You know, his label.
His own label.
Right. Shit balls. Yeah,
Put
that's
shit on our
weird.
balls.
That is a hell of a way to do it. I mean, it's just it's gross. Really, it's fucking gross.
If
It's
you're selling-
weird.
NFT started off as something promising because it was a way for people to get money off their art, and then you had like of course the Bored Apes come through where they just like generate all of these monkey photos and like we made 10,000, buy these, and it probably
Here's Monkey.
Right.
all they had to do was draw a set number of assets and then randomly throw them together to create a bunch of different pictures, and then they sold it off for a lot of money, and it feels like the integrity of the art was sacrificed at that moment,
Yeah.
and then people realized, oh, we can do that.
Money
make money.
laundering.
Well, look at Bitcoin and shit, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's just a bottomless pit. You don't know where it's gonna go.
it was
really.
supposed to be decentralized currency, and it's
It's centralized.
Destabilized.
well, now it's fucking getting Super Bowl commercials, so it plummeted in
Dude, they
value.
named the Staples Center after it, man.
Yeah, Crypto Arena.
What the fuck?
Wow.
The Crypto.com Arena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the Staples Center anymore.
They outbid Staples Center for the
So
rights.
it's gonna be a crypto.com crash.
Yeah, and when Crypto.com folds, it's going to need a new name, that arena. Staples is going to come back with less money and go,
Yeah.
well.
Look who it
Look
is.
who it is. If it isn't for the Lakers
Fuck.
and the Clippers.
And the
sometimes.
Clippers, yeah.
Sometimes.
Did they have a stadium? You know?
Clippers?
Yeah.
No, they share Staples with
Oh, with
The Lakers.
Lakers. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, boring.
which is crazy because some people everyone likes to make fun of the Clippers going, haha, you're the second child in LA.
Right.
There's 30 NBA teams, and I think the Clippers are still like the 13th in revenue.
Really?
Even though they still play second to the Lakers, they are still a successful franchise.
Yeah, they're in LA.
They're
still,
in
you know?
LA. It's a huge basketball market.
Yeah.
The NFL's having a hard time trying to grab football again because football belonged to the Raiders.
Right.
It really did for about 10 years.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Well, because the Rams were in LA originally, and then when the Raiders moved there, the Raiders were successful. They won a
Yeah.
Super Bowl.
Now the Raiders came. The Rams.
The
Rams.
Rams won the second LA Super Bowl, so
Yeah.
that maybe they'll turn it around.
Hopefully. That'd
Yeah.
be interesting. Well, no, fuck the Rams. But it'd be interesting. It'd be a cool story.
I like that we just slowly revolve back around to football.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
Flat circle.
It's where it's at,
Hopefully
baby.
Deshaun Watson, I don't know.
Goes to jail.
Yeah, now that we're at the end of the episode, we can talk shit about that. That guy's a fucking scumbag, and he's not going to
God.
play at all this year.
God,
Fuck
he
him.
settled 20 of his cases. but he's
Hopefully
still
somebody
going.
kills him.
I won't
Well,
say
hold on now.
hopefully. A little extreme. We should just, I don't know. We should probably throw honey and feather him and then kick him in a sidewalk so he sticks to the ground.
Okay, tar and feathering. I'm fine with this.
Bring this
Fair.
back
Yeah.
from the 20s,
We can go that way.
1820s.
He is a scumbag, though. You don't do that to women.
No,
Especially
four
not-
women are still
Jesus.
taking it. They want him to be civilly liable and have it taken to a court and go,
Yeah.
hey, look, this is what happened.
It's good.
Because they will probably win, even though he's not being criminally charged, unless those new lawsuits can hold him to a different standard.
Right.
I don't know.
It's good.
Situation's
You
all
can't
fucking
just like
flippin'.
just pay it off and get away with it. You know, you gotta.
Plus
Gotta-
the city.
Well, that's the problem with today's society is you can.
The
Yeah.
problem with the city of Cleveland is that they want the Browns stadium to be taxpayer funded, and it's going to cost about $1 billion, the one that they're projecting. And they're like, "Oh, the taxpayers are going to pay it all." And it's like, you guys are giving $290 million to a fucking sexual predator.
Right.
Why don't you just take that money and put it towards the stadium? Oh, that's right. You want the sexual predator instead.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
bad for the people of Cleveland. That shit sounds awful.
It really does.
They're just trying to play
It's
some
just-
football, man.
Mm-hmm.
You bring that into the sport, and it just causes a big stir up.
The Browns
'cause
won the
that's-
down and down for so long, and then they finally get a glimpse of hope, and they beat their rivals in the Steelers in the fucking playoffs.
Right.
They were arguably a couple of good plays away from making the AFC Championship game a few years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And now they're like, they fuck off with the quarterback that got them to that point, and they give a sexual predator an ass load of money, and he might not even see the field this year.
And
Pretty-
well, he's still getting paid pretty
Mhm.
much because it is a contract to him.
Yeah, they gave him $290 million in guaranteed money.
Fuck. Fuck.
Yo,
That's insane. Is that a lot for a quarterback? I mean, that's kind of average nowadays, I'd say, right?
It's the most guaranteed money of any NFL player has ever been offered. Not even Patrick.
Are you serious?
The
Not even-
most?
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes didn't even get that much guaranteed, and he's on a 10-year contract worth $500 million.
Wow.
Yeah, fucking Browns. Fuck
Thanks-
the Browns
thanks, Browns.
organization.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the fans. It's not even the biggest L that woman took this week.
Ooh.
Fucking Roe
Fuck.
versus Wade.
Yeah, that whole.
Yeah.
It's a shit,
Man.
man. It's fucking. I don't know. I feel like I have.
Gotta love it when your own fucking government doesn't know how human bodies work.
I was gonna say, I know some people do it for different reasons, and they have their reasons
Mhm.
for it, and
No,
they
fuck your God.
strongly believe against abortions. Right?
Mhm.
I'm gonna say the big A word. But it's very wrong to tell women what they can and can't do.
Yeah.
Well, just you shouldn't give your power or your
Mhm.
government power to tell you what to do with your body. Fucking period.
I know what one side of the argument is that some people are very careless and they should have the kid because they knew the risks of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But that's not the only situation where people get pregnant.
Right.
Yeah.
Rape.
Consensual sex is not the only sex that happens. That we live in a world where that isn't a reality.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays. It's
I read
terrible.
a really fucked up story where a woman was raped at 12 and she was forced to have the kid. And when the dude got out of prison, he sued and won custody rights for the
Yeah.
kid.
Yep.
And now she's paying him child support.
Like, how is that?
How did
She's
that
paying
happen?
her
What-
rapist child
what,
support.
What judge let that go through? And then there's even other cases where people are fully consensual adults. Ectopic pregnancies,
Mhm.
miscarriages,
Right.
stuff happens.
Right.
And they won't allow abortions because they're like, oh, it's not right. And it's like, well, the mother might die. And they go, we don't care. Push out that dead baby. We
Yeah.
don't care.
That's
That's
so
a
cold.
really, that's a really awful conversation to have.
I saw an article that in Florida there was a chapter of people of Jewish faith that were suing the senator of the Florida because they were gonna pass that bill on the state, but that goes against their religious freedoms.
Yes.
So and that like because in
For-
their what is it religion, you save the mother over the baby.
The
That-
mother's life is
more valuable.
more prevalent than the baby's.
Yeah.
And it's written in their law. And they're going to rule it unconstitutional because it's going against their religion.
Hmm.
It's kind of like how the Satanic Temple is arguing that because they're putting up a Christian flag in a
Mhm.
city in Massachusetts, I think it was.
Right.
Fucking Christian flag. Who knew there were a flag
flag.
for Christians?
I don't even know what that
Right.
would look like.
I
Is
don't
that
know
just
either.
Jesus?
I didn't even Google it. I guess one of the local churches just got on their high horse and they're like, American flag, Christian flag.
Right.
It's not about like Christianity. It's just about why do you need a flag, whatever. But they're like, they want their flag up at City Hall too.
Right.
They're
Because
like, if
they
the
can get their
Christians can
flag.
do it.
Yeah.
We can do it because we're a nationally registered religion.
Right.
We have roots.
Mm-hmm.
Channel 5 did a really good video at the Satanic Temple. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. I think I did. They were,
He's pretty funny. I love Channel 5.
dude, he does some great content
Mhm.
for
But-
like actually being in there.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
But abortions are legally protected here in Nevada.
Yeah.
Are they?
It's coded in our law. So
It's coded in the law.
it's in our law.
Yeah.
So
Wow,
it's-
that's
it's,
pretty-
It's legal here.
that's
So we'll-
interesting.
yeah, come down here.
Come on now.
You get a safe abortion.
Yeah. Safe.
Safe.
I mean, it's all about
because
being safe, right? You don't
Mhm.
want to corner these people into.
some people are desperate. They will. Some people, if they feel like their back's in a wall and they can't go and get a safe legal abortion, they will take alternate routes.
And we live
Yeah.
in a time where they have places dedicated to going to safely do whatever drugs you want, but you can't safely, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, it's called Portland.
Woohoo!
Let's go for it. Take our next flight over.
yeah, it's a very weird balance this country is fucking tethering
can-
with.
Yeah, we can never find the right side of anything. We're just
No.
teetering in all different directions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
We need to find balance. And then Texas wants to secede again.
Are you
Again.
serious?
All they ever do is threaten to secede.
Yeah.
It's like we're so
Well, it's because they're the only state in the union that
Mhm.
when they joined the United States,
Mhm.
they put a clause in stating that they could secede from the union whenever they saw fit. And as of like 2010 or 15, I believe Texas removed all of its gold from the Federal Reserve and moved it back into Texas.
Plus, they have that situation where they're on their own power grid. They will
Mhm.
not secede for two reasons. One, they will lose all of their federal funding.
Yep.
Which isn't the worst because they have 5 huge cities that make most of their money. So it's like whatever. And
Right.
two, if the U.S. isn't protecting Texas anymore, the cartel is 100% moving in.
No, they're not.
100%. They're just gonna encroach on their borders because they're gonna go. What are you gonna do, huh?
Call the
If
U.S.
Texas secedes from the United States, do you know how many rednecks with guns are going to be standing at the border shooting anything that moves?
The cartel has more guns.
No,
Yeah.
they don't.
I would argue that the cartels
They're crazier.
a fit to be fucked with.
Yeah.
So
think-
are the militia in Texas.
Sure,
Yeah.
but that'd be a ungodly bloodshed.
Mhm.
It would be a hell of a war, that's for damn sure.
It would be, but the problem is that you have small little communities in Texas of like 20 people, and if you have convoys of 300 rolling in for the cartel, it's gonna create
Yeah.
a crazy battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It'd
that
make
would
good
be
television.
wild.
It'd be like the Alamo.
Fucking hell.
How can we market this? Get advertisements.
The Alamo Part 2.
Oh my god.
Day 2 of Texas trying to secede.
I don't know what the
This is
legality of
fucking
their
crazy.
National Guard is like, because the National Guard is still under the army. And would they be pulled?
Yeah,
Huh.
because it's part of the Union.
That would suck.
Everything would get pulled pretty much.
Right.
We
But
would.
this
would
is all
need-
hypothetical. They won't secede.
Yeah, we
That's-
would need like our passports to even get into Texas, pretty much.
They're so American, they'll leave.
No shit. That's ballsy in and of itself.
Mhm.
I still
mean-
don't discredit Colton's point. There are a bunch of rednecks with guns that will go bring them.
Oh yeah.
Let's go.
Bring them over.
Let's go.
It's probably the most able state in the country when it comes to that fucking mark.
Yes.
But
Rednecks are gonna figure out how to build nuclear weapons and go, come on, bring it over.
They're gonna put like,
I'll show you what I mean.
homemade napalm sprinklers.
oh my god, they do some shit like that.
they would, dude. They would figure it out. But still, I mean, that would be a insane.
I know some people are like, oh, why do these people love their guns so much? Have you ever been to a rural area? All you have to do is shoot guns.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
fucking fun.
Yeah. Pretty much.
It's
Well, and
just,
it's also the only way you could ever remotely try to defend yourself against your government if it becomes tyrannical.
yeah, like seceding.
Yeah.
Paradox.
Paradox indeed.
Don't do it, Texas. You're gonna create a time paradox.
Oh no, people with conflicting feelings.
Oh fuck.
Whatever will I do?
Whatever will happen.
Fucking A.
Quadruple barrel desert eagle.
Is that a fucking thing?
We just duct tape 4 desert eagles to each other.
Okay, dude.
They'll make it a thing.
I saw a
They've
clip.
done it with the 1911.
The recoil balances itself out so it just shoots straight.
Oh fuck.
Just into your chest though, straight back.
You know those duckbill flintlock pistols? We just do that.
Fuck.
That'd be such a cool idea. Who do I hire to make that happen?
Probably someone from Texas.
Colton.
Hey, I have wrists and I don't want them anymore. What can we do about that?
Banana Man.
Banana hammock?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do not want a banana hammock. Thank you.
What if California secedes by having an earthquake and just sliding in the ocean?
Well,
Then they'll just turn it into a prison like they did in Escape from LA.
See you down in Arizona Bay.
yeah.
Is that what that movie's about? Is that what the whole point of the movie?
What?
Well, no. In that movie, LA has just been turned into a prison because it slid off into the ocean.
Oh.
Yep.
I
Wow.
didn't know that.
That's wild.
Can they do
Learn
that?
to swim.
I
Can they do that?
don't know. Can they? That'd be pretty sick.
That'd be pretty scary if they fucking can.
Would you guys build a house underwater if they had like rebreathers?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Why not?
no, I would-
Just
Because
do
the
it.
second you get an accidental leak of whatever kind, oh no, I dropped a cup on the floor and my floor broke and now I'm drowning.
yeah.
My
Fair.
floor broke.
My floor broke.
Just make a steel floor.
Have you ever been in a waterbed? Anybody?
God,
A waterbed?
no.
No.
Yeah,
I've just
they're
heard
weird.
stories.
I've always wanted to be like just to lay down in one and feel like what it feels like. It feels
I mean,
weird
yeah.
a bit. But how I couldn't sleep on that every night.
I have
Okay.
too many pets.
You gotta warm the beds and shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh,
'cause
you
it'd
have
be
to warm
freezing.
them.
Yeah,
oh,
because
that's
if not, the
weird.
water just chills, especially as you get closer into the fall and deep into winter.
Yeah.
If if your bed's not heated, it's just gonna be fucking 40-degree water that you're sleeping in.
It's so comfy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Or you just get thick sheets.
I don't. Think
Where you
Thick.
just get thick.
I've never seen a
So
waterbed
thick.
either.
I want to try
I've
it.
seen pictures.
I want to try it.
I've
Oh,
heard stories.
I've never even seen a picture. I don't even know what a waterbed looks like.
It looks like a
Regular
regular
bed.
bed, but then like if you take the sheets and stuff off of it, it's basically just a big rubber bladder.
I remember as a kid, it sounded so cool. Like, oh, bed made of water. That's not like a
Right.
regular bed.
That's different. I got a race car bed, not a water bed.
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's because a Goofy movie fucked up my perception, where Max
Mm.
jumps on one and it's like a giant fucking gelatinous sack.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of what it is. It's just not that.
That's what they are
Yeah.
without the sheets on them.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures of them, and it does look like a regular mattress, but we have memory foam mattresses now. Just
It's the same thing.
get a sleep number or something.
Yeah.
We don't need.
And you don't have to worry about your mattress leaking all over the floor in that case.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get an expensive one, and it's comfortable.
Yeah, I found mine on Amazon for like $270.
That's a bargain.
Yeah.
It is. It's fucking nice. I love it.
Yeah.
I definitely need to get a new one.
It yellows pretty quickly, but I mean, I put 2 sheets down on my bed.
Fucking.
Stop pissing the bed then, Cyrus.
Yeah, on my bed.
Sorry, dog. You know how
Nah,
it
it's just all
be.
the dead skin seeping in.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's hot.
It's fucking so sexy.
All right. Well, you guys want to call it there with the
Yeah.
dead skins on
Yeah.
yellow mattresses?
Mm-hmm. Give women their rights back.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll end it on
seriously.
that one. All right.
Cool.
Toodaloo. We'll
Have a-
see you guys next week. You know
Thanks.
where to catch us.
Hasta luego.
Yo,
Link trees down below.
say it off there. I don't want to say it on
Okay.
there.
Check out the SoundCloud and wait for that beat of the week.
Boom.
Toodaloo.
Bye-bye.